the Golden Fin, symbol of a crosstown rivalry, fought for, no, swam for, by 2/10 of the Marin Swim League, Strawberry Seals, and Scott Valley. This day, the prize was up for grabs. The winner, bragging rights. The other team, all wet in the deep end.
Let's swim hard, let's swim fast, and let's make sure we're having fun the whole day. The stronger the challenge, the better the response. Welcome to the Strawberry Seals.
Hello, everybody. I can't believe I'm saying this, but after 4 years, we are back. You know what, Mehrad? If the networks can do it, a reboot, if Netflix can do it, then why can't the Strawberry Seals? And so here we are, another edition of In the Deep End with Coach Mehrad, Zarrehparvar, and about Saturday's meet. It's the crosstown rival, the Sea Serpents, and just give me some general overall comments on what you like.
It's a lot of fun because when Scott Valley comes to visit or when we go there, you don't really have to say anything to fire the kids up.
Right.
You know, they're all friends, and it's a friendly rivalry that motivates both teams to swim really well. So I just thought it was an outstanding day. I feel like our team got significantly better in one meet, and sometimes in swimming, you have this potential locked away, you know, kind of latent improvement that these kids have been working on, and they just need a trigger to unlock it. And a lot of times having your friends and a fun rivalry going really helps that.
There were 5 triple winners in this meet yesterday, and let's just hit you right off the top. We'll go ladies first, and we'll go with Coco. Just another banner 3 record day for her.
Coco is so committed to the work she does in the pool, and there's no substitute for good practice, and she makes every practice she comes to really productive for her. She's very focused. She tries hard. Whenever we're working hard, she gives it her best effort. If the focus is working on technique, her mind is 100% in it. And she does all that, but balances it with a really positive attitude, and I think it has a really beneficial effect on her team. I don't think it's an accident that that's our best age group on the team, not only in terms of, kind of our top performers in the age group, but in depth. I think she inspires other swimmers.
This is the 11, 12?
Yeah, 11, 12
right?
girls.
Yeah.
I think she really inspires our other swimmers because her attitude is so positive and she's so approachable. Sometimes kind of superstar swimmers or athletes in any sport can feel apart from their team. But when they're really embedded and not a part but truly part of their team and a leader on the team, it has such a great effect on the other swimmers.
Take me through the back. Just take me through it. It looked smooth right from the beginning.
Yeah, it was fun because Merad's been working with me on my backstroke, so I used my technique.
Is there anything in particular that he pointed out, any kind of tweak?
I guess my underwaters. Yeah.
Underwaters, that's pretty key, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
And my flip turn.
Yeah. Hey, share with me for a young lady that plays so many sports. What is it about swimming that just does it so much for you?
Well, it kind of like when you get in the pool, kind of takes your mind off anything that's going on, so you can just like relax, I guess.
One of the reasons wanted to bring her up first is her 25-yard 8 and under record was broken by another triple winner up and coming, Claire Cochran.
Yeah, Claire's having a good time. I think she started with us earlier in the year, back in September, and was new to competitive swimming, but she's really eager to learn. Comes to practice with a really good attitude and is trying to improve her skills all the time. So I think yesterday was really fun for her. She didn't come in expecting to get any, pool records. So I think that was a really fun surprise.
Just goes out and just ties it at 19 for a
Yeah,
while.
that's
in the back.
I think that's the most fun way to set a record is when you have no idea it's coming.
You have a day like today, and you weren't feeling all that confident going in. So what changed as the day wore on?
I really just kind of started believing in myself.
Oh, good, great.
Her attitude is great, and I think this is just the beginning for her. I think she's gonna get a lot better before the season's done.
And let me get your impressions on the third female triple winner, and I believe all three were best times for her, and that would be Margot Davis.
Yeah, Margot's an awesome kid. She, another one of our kids that comes to practice with a really good attitude. Works really hard in her practices, but still brings a lot of fun to the group. Her friends enjoy her presence, and she brings a lot of positivity. And I think she's getting the benefit now of just, many years of working hard at the sport and, working on her skills. She, like many of our kids, is a multi-sport athlete, so she's also, a very competitive gymnast. So she's balancing these different things and somehow pushing forward and just doing really well.
Yeah, brought it strong in the free, the breast, and the IM. Before we hit this first commercial break, I did want to bring up, your relay teams, Mehrad. It's like it's almost old hat now. I mean, you won 9 of 10 mixed relays, all 5 of the freestyle ones, and same as it ever was. You guys are always fast, huh?
Relays are the best part of swimming.
Oh,
so, I mean, that's where kids get to work together. Swimming is, it's a team sport, but when you enter the competition, for the individual races, once that beep goes off, you're by yourself until you finish the race. Relays are the one time the kids get to combine their efforts and into one race. And I think our kids like each other a lot, and when you get kids who enjoy each other's presence and enjoy being together, it has a really positive, it creates a really positive dynamic with the relays, where the kids are all supporting each other and celebrating each other's achievements. And when that happens, I think it just produces a certain kind of chemistry, and we get a lot of best times in our relays.
So we got the Fantastic Four here, okay? And in no particular order, just jump out. Did you guys talk to each other before the relays, or anything that was said before you got in and just did what you did?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we were just cheering. Yeah.
Really?
I actually did a stretch with her brother.
Oh, you did? Oh, did a stretch. Okay, all right, and give me.
Shout out to Blake and Lucy.
Yeah. So give me a sense of what was the mindset going in? I mean, did you know that, okay, we got a real chance here?
We didn't expect it at all. I mean, the other ones we were pretty far off, and this time everyone went best times, everything lined up. Coach Mehrad told us that. He said we'll ride everywhere.
Yeah, there was a whole lot of whooping when that hand touched the wall for that. Is it something about maybe Scott Valley that just brings out the best in you guys? I mean, it's the crosstown rival.
We have a lot of friends on that team, so
Yeah.
we show off. You mean you three?
Hey, well, congratulations, man. Great effort, and hey, keep it going. All right, the fearsome foursome. We have so much to get to in this show, but we're going to take a quick break, go out, little reminder about where some of that swag, and we'll be right back with more In the Deep End with Coach Mehrad after this. Hey, Seals Nation! You can always go to the strawberryseals.com website and order some great team gear, or at home meets, stop by the Seals Aquatic Tent. Our lovely volunteers are standing by. Doesn't matter what kind of swag you pick up, we know you're going to look good in red and black. So wear and show your Seals pride. Do it now. Back with more In the Deep End with Coach Mehrad, and let's address the men. And an outstanding young man who just continues to shine week in and week out, and that is Mare Gatner. 2 records, 3 wins is just another day at the office for him.
Mare is probably the most committed swimmer on the team. You know, he puts in so much work, not just in the pool, but outside. This year I think has been a special year for him because he's taken on a lot of ownership of his swimming process, including things like he's improved his diet. You know, when swimmers start taking on these kind of things outside of just what we're doing in the pool, it signals, I think, a lot of maturity and growth, and understanding that, like, the process is holistic. It's not just training in the pool, but it's how much you sleep, what you're putting in your body in terms of food, what you do with your spare time, treating your body well, giving yourself time to relax and recover. He's taking care of a lot of that stuff that at 12 years old, most swimmers just, it's not even on their radar yet. He's also, the kid comes in on Sundays, does a little extra practice on his own.
Oh, that's key, yeah.
And unprompted, these are choices he's made to kind of commit himself fully to the sport because he has some really lofty goals. But I believe, and the goals he's told me, they're between me and Mare, that's between a coach and their swimmer. Sure. But I don't believe any of the goals he shared with me are out of his reach.
Why did it work today? Why did it flow so well for you?
I don't know. I got a good night's sleep, ate a banana before, and then just gave it all I got.
When you're in the middle of it, the flow of it, can you feel how fast you're really going?
Not really. I didn't really expect myself to go that fast. I just felt like any other race.
Tell me about Noah Erickson. What do you like about him? He's another triple winner.
I like everything about Noah. He's a great kid. I mean, Noah's been on the team a long time, and kids have a different development path, and I think it's a really inspiring story because Noah at 10 years old was a good swimmer. He had he had developed some good skills. In the competitive side, he managed to score a point at championships that year. It was the first time for him. No kid on our team has attended more practices since starting on the team. Noah comes every day. Even if he can't swim, he shows up on the deck and hangs out.
I don't think we show can go any further without mentioning this fella, Samir Melis, who came in. He was sick.
Yeah.
And not only is he coming to perform, he shatters a record that was held by Taylor Gamboa for 18 years.
Yeah,
wow.
He swam well. We have a lot of kids on the team who like to race, and I think that's fun because in swimming, the game is the race. In other sports, you have a game, you got the clock, you have a ball,
right,
all this kind of stuff. In swimming, the game is the race. And he comes to play the game when he goes to a meet. And it's really fun to watch him swim. He gets just really fired up, but really focused, which is tough. When you're 8 years old, they take in a lot more stimulation. As kids progress in terms of, growing up and maturing and becoming adults, we learn to filter out a lot of the noise around us. So to see kids at 8, 9, 10 years old that can focus in and filter out a lot of the noise, it's just really fun to watch, and it's something special. So when he arrived at the meet, the intention was just to do the first couple races and see how he did. He had this awful hacking cough, was not feeling well. You could see, he was pale, and you could just tell like he's under the weather. But he opted to do the meet and pushed himself, and I think proved that swimmers can overcome a lot if they're focused and ready to swim hard.
Well, that is outstanding. Well, we got a lot more still to come on this edition of In the Deep End with Coach Mehrad. Don't go anywhere. We're coming right back. There is always time to become a part of the Strawberry Seals. Under the direction of head coach Mehrad Zarrehparvar, the team welcomes new swimmers at all skill levels. There is a full staff of coaches on hand to teach technique and development, and having fun is all a part of it. Click on strawberryseals.com for more information. All right, back with more In the Deep End with Coach Mehrad, and it's safe to say nobody, I mean nobody, is more committed to helping kids become more water safe than the Strawberry Seals. And in fact, but you're so involved for years with a program to help Marin City kids, huh?
Yeah, so the Summer Aquatic Foundation, in partnership with the SEALs, has been working on trying to develop programming for underserved communities in swimming. One of those communities is in close proximity to us, is Marin City. So this summer we will be relaunching a program for free swim lessons for members of that community. The SEALs will be doing this. The program will be led by Soma Aquatic Foundation as founder Jeremy Engman. It's going to be coordinated by Lauren Gamboa, she's one of our coaches on the SEAL staff. And it'll be a partnership between those programs, the Tamalpais High School Union School District, and members of the Marin City community. Will all be working together to start or restart a program for free swim lessons for members of the Marin City community. Specifically kids from Bayside MLK School and Willow Creek Academy. They'll be organizing the groups to bring them here, and we'll be actually providing the lessons.
Out of sight. That is just that. I just champion the Strawberry Seals for being so involved in that one. Speaking of involved, as I said, how was this for a segue? You got so many multi-sport kids on this team, and one kid that comes to mind that I spotted on Saturday was Declan Murphy. Here's a guy, he comes straight from the baseball field. I mean, stripping the uniform off, and then you're putting his swim trunks on, gets on the blocks, and then boom. No problem. I mean, a double winner on Saturday. What is it about this guy? Because I've really seen his development come through.
Well, Declan's a really earnest kid. He cares a lot. He tries to do his best every time he gets in the pool. And he's got a lot of things on his plate, but he manages to find time for, put a serious amount of time into his swimming. Most of all, the kid is a gamer. He likes to come for the meet and race. And when he's put in a situation for a close race is when he seems to thrive the most. So, some kids, they really like to race, and I think he falls squarely in that category.
Well, we certainly showed it in that. He showed it in the fly. I mean, and just earned points for the team. And man, I'm just so proud of him. And his parents must be proud over how far he's become. And again, he's a pretty good baseball player as well. Well, this all kind of segues into one of my favorite things about you is you're very big on technique. You want kids to be technically sound in the pool, because if you have good technique, that will translate into fast swims. And you've got a thing going that with this team that few other teams have going. In fact, if you got a little kid out there trying to maybe make it across the pool, the coach trying to encourage you, whatever, the SEALs have one thing in mind, and in fact, it's in their heads.
Ready, go!
These days, you'll find the Strawberry Seals swim team practicing for its next Marin Swim League opponent.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5!
Round the pool deck are an army of coaches, teaching technique, skills, as SEALs at all levels try and get a little stronger, a little faster. And this little device has latched on to help.
Breathe, head down, kick live.
These underwater headsets clearly transmit coach's instruction into the swimmer's inner ear.
There you go, good. Good, buddy. Nice work.
For head coach Mehrad Zarrehparvar, it's a game changer.
I found that when you compliment a kid and the whole group is outfitted on the same bandwidth, every kid is going to hear that compliment. And you start to see other kids trying to make the same correction or do the same technical thing well as the kid who was complimented.
It's a real help in the development of the younger, newer kids on the team. What's it like having those devices on?
Cool.
The first time you heard Coach while you're underwater, was it a little weird? Kind of?
Was it cool? Was it fun?
Yeah.
You don't have to yell their name, you don't have to repeatedly and get them right at the end. You can get them right when you see something wrong, whether it's the kick, whether it's the breathing, anything, it's instant kind of fix.
It helps a lot with timing and the development of tempo and timing. It's great. Swimmers, take your mark.
And that translates to best times, a swimmer's ultimate goal in a meet. There are several brands of these headsets. This one is made by the Race Club. On average, some brands have a range up to 100 meters.
There's just so many aspects, and we've just scratched the surface with it. There's going to be so much to learn with this equipment. So, I hope you check back in a year when we've really figured out how to use these things well.
So there it is. Hey, the numbers don't lie. The Seals are 4-0 on a collision course, perhaps with Sleepy Hollow, but we'll get to that. That's for another show down the road. Hey, one more thing about best times in these pool records, Mehrad. I haven't really seen it all that often. There were so many best times on Saturday. They had to take the board and flip it to the other side to continue writing the best. How many? 200 and what?
298.
298.
Almost hit 300.
Wow.
And it was about 62.5%. 62.5% of our swims that day were best times.
Oh, man.
And vast majority of the relays as well. And Scott Valley was over 50% on their best times too. So I think it was just one of those days. Two teams came together, both ready to race, and both teams gave it their best effort, and it resulted in a multitude of best times.
Wow. Well, just a banner Saturday. The Golden Fin remains in possession of the Strawberry Seals, and what a whole lot of times, years gone by, where you just couldn't say that. But maybe perhaps this is the time for the Strawberry Seals in 2018.
Well, I could say we're having a great time.
Okay.
Regardless of what happens in terms of competition, standings, rankings, and all that stuff, that's all fun, and it gives you motivation and fire to really try to make each day productive. But in the end, what's important is day to day that these kids are having a great experience. And I gotta say, my favorite thing about this season is actually not what's going on the competitive side, but what's going on the friendship side. I'm seeing more kids on this team supporting each other, being close, laughing, having fun than I've seen in, I don't know, ever. So I feel like there's just a great positive chemistry, and I believe the foundation of the improvements we're seeing this year is really grounded in the friendships between the kids on our team.
Well, as we continue to talk about swimmers, as a former Seals parent, now a parent of one of your coaches.
Yeah, I think that qualifies you as a Seals parent again.
That's fine. But it was cool to look at the heat sheet and look at the list and see people like Carlucci, who's really kind of grown up and is kind of coming to her own. But then I looked down and I go, wait a minute.
Serafina had a special moment actually at this meet. She, we have one cheer that we've been doing for like 20 years that I am just personally tired of. So
give a yell?
Yes, and I wanted the kids, as long as that's there as a crutch to lean on, we weren't going to do anything creative. So I actually banned the cheer for the rest of the year. And, demanded if kids want to do another cheer, they'd have to make one up.
In fact, we had to take that cheer out of the show open just because of that.
Oh, really? I'm sorry.
Hey, that's okay. Hey,
I'll try to cause problems for the editor.
Okay. We have to update. That's all right.
But she came up with a new one. It was awesome. I loved it. In a matter of minutes, she taught it to 200 kids, and it came off very successfully in its first go.
SSC, light it up, let's go! SSC, light it up, let's go!
Well, there was one other name that jumped off the sheet. I was like, wait, who is this Zarrehparvar guy? What? We got another family member.
Yes.
In the Marin Swim League.
Absolutely, yeah. My nephew Vigo Zarrehparvar,
wow.
who also had his championship baseball game on Saturday. They rallied late in the game from a deep deficit and ended up coming back for a win. So Saturday was a big day for him in two sports. He swam really well in the swim meet, but that was right after winning his Little League championships.
Man, all right. Well, hey, speaking of Saturday, let's quickly look ahead to what we have upcoming. It's like a double shot coming up this weekend because it's Terra Linda.
So I'm sorry to interrupt, but I would be remiss to not mention there will be another family member joining the team in a couple weeks. My little brother is going to be coming back to swim on the team.
Wow.
So
breaking news, folks, right here on In the Deep End.
Yeah, so look forward. Mika will be in the pool with us in about a week.
Man, this is great. It's a family reunion, right?
Absolutely.
Here on the
So the
deck.
Seals are all about.
Well, about Terra Linda. I mean, they're up next, and then with All Stars the next day.
Yeah, it'll be a busy weekend.
You're telling me.
You know,
Quick thumbnail on Terra Linda. I mean,
you know, they're just so well coached.
Mhm.
Tim is got to be one of the best sprint coaches I've ever seen. I mean, across any league. The guy can take a swimmer and in months do what it takes most coaches years to pull off. He loves his team, he loves his program, and he loves the kids, and you can see it in the results. Every time we swim with the Orcas, it is a great meet. You know, it's another one of those teams that brings out the best in our team, and I could say, you know, with a high degree of certainty that this weekend we'll have another great meet with lots of best times.
absolutely. Well, we're looking forward to that, and we're looking forward to more of In the Deep End with Coach Mehrad 2.0, the reboot. This is gonna be a terrific time for the balance of the season. So that'll dot the I's and cross the T's for this edition of In the Deep End with Coach Mehrad. We're gonna leave you with this. I mean, it's a tradition unlike any other, and that would be the Golden Fin coaches, swimmers, relay, whatever. You just gotta see it because they've been doing it every year. Headlined by Taylor Gamboa. Hey, we'll see you next time, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Swimmers, take your mark.
Coach Tom versus Coach Taylor is looking strong here. All right, up on the deck, streamline. Oh, Scott Valley went in before they were supposed to. She's got to go back. Oh, didn't streamline Scott Valley. That's a point deduction. Coach, go. Up in streamline.
We are going from oldest to youngest. Oldest to youngest.
Excellent.
Go!
Streamline, go, Scott Valley.
And it's the boy and the girl from every age group. Is that correct? Looks like it.
Everybody is looking close. Seals up on the deck.
Go.
Just go. Come on, Scott Valley, up on the deck. Streamline. Looking like Seals got a slight lead here. Slight lead by the Seals. Anything can happen now in this particular makeup. Streamline. Let's go, Scott Valley. Get up on the deck. Streamline, go, Scott Valley. Seals are keeping a slight lead. Stepping through. Streamline, go, Seals. Get ready, Scott Valley. Get ready. Streamline, go. Seals are holding a slight lead.
Go, Lauren, get out. How fast can you get out?
Streamline, go, Seals. Come on, Scott Valley. One team left. You got this, Scott Valley. Up on the deck. Streamline, go, Scott Valley.
Go!
Seals coming in.
Get out! That's a hard work.
All right, Scott Valley, get ready. Up on the deck, get ready, get ready.
Declan Murphy!
Go, go, go.
How fast can you get out, Declan Murphy?
All right, let's go, Seals. Up on the deck, streamline. Make it up and out. Go, streamline.
Go,